නම් දැනට ඇවිල්ලා නැහැ copyright.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
මේ copyright එන්නත් පුළුවන්. හැබැයි මට තාම එහෙම මොකුත් ඇවිල්ලා නැහැ මගේ එකට දැනට copyright claim case.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
දැනට ඇවිල්ලා නැහැ copyright. Right, okay.
Good morning, sir.
Still there are 53 students.
Morning, sir.
Okay. Now take out your textbooks.
Good morning,
Take out
sir.
your textbooks.
Sir, are you doing the experiments now?
No, we will do the experiments in Thursday, not today.
What experiments, sir?
Today I will explain the lesson and over the lesson.
Excuse me,
Give me a minute, right?
Experiments. Good morning, sir.
So in the last session we were discussing this area, right? Page number 72.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now today I'm going to explain about the activity for 5.4.
I think you explained it.
Sorry.
I think you explained it, sir. I can remember it. Yes, sir. You explained it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
You explained it.
So now we are in page number 73, right?
So I can't see you.
Right. Okay. So transmission of light through objects can divide into three main categories. So they are, first one is transparent objects. So light is transmitted well through such liquids, solids and gases. All are known as transparent objects.
This one
And
also
translucent and opaque objects, right?
you
Opaque
did
objects.
this, sir.
Right, okay. Yeah, පොඩ්ඩක් උඩින් මම කරගෙන යන්න මතක් කරගන්නත් එක්ක. Right. So today we have to discuss about light rays and light beams, right? At 5.4, topic 5.4. So today I am going to do the explanation only. So I will send you the note later, right? මුළු lesson එකේම note එක මම වෙනම එවන්න. Right? Right, okay. You may have observed the light filtering through clouds or trees on a foggy morning, or light emitting from headlights of a vehicle on a rainy night. මෙතන කියන්නේ අපි දැකලා ඇති සමහර වෙලාවට මේ වලාකුළු අතරින් ආලෝකය මෙහෙම එනවා දක ගන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට මේ මීදුම සහිත උදේක ගහක් අතරින් ආලෝකය පෙරීගෙන එනවා අපිට බලා ගන්න. ඒ වගේම වැස්ස වෙලාවක වාහනේ හෙඩ්ලයිට්ස් වලින් මෙහෙම ආලෝකය light එක යනවා බලා ගන්න පුළුවන්. So they are known as light beams. So another activity, let's do the following activity to learn about light beams. So we'll do this activity in Thursday, right? So a very simple activity. You will need a candle and few cardboard pieces. So you have to make the hole in the middle of the cardboard. Then you have to place these three cardboards like this, right? Like the figure 5.5. Then you have to observe through the holes. You have to observe the candle flame through these holes. So when you observe the candle flame, you can observe the candle flame easily through these holes. But when we move one cardboard here and there, we cannot see anything because this light beam, this light ray traveled in a straight line, right? So light beams or light rays are traveled in a straight line, so that we can't anything when we move one cardboard piece. We can't see anything, but when we place three cardboards in a straight line, we can see the light flame, right? Clear? අපිට මේකේ මේ flame එක බලා ගන්න පුළුවන් මේ cardboard තුනම එක පේලියට තිබ්බා. මේ holes තුනම එක පේලිය තිබ්බා. හැබැයි එකක් හරි එහෙට මෙහෙට කරොත් අපිට බලා ගන්න බෑ. right? ඒකට ඒකේ තේරුම තමයි මේ light ray එක මේ straight line එකේ තමයි travel කරලා, right? So by doing this experiment we can conclude light rays travels through a straight line. හරි කෙලින් ඉරක තමයි සරල රේඛාව තමයි straight line එකක තමයි යන්නේ කියලා කියන්නේ. When the string is in a straight line, we can observe the flame, but we change its position, we cannot observe the flame through the holes, right? So after doing this experiment, you have to pass a string through these three holes so that we can see clearly the light rays. Excuse me. Right. The light rays moved in a straight line, right? අපි ඒකට නූලක් දාලා string එකක් දාලා බලනවා ඇතුලේ මේක කෙලින්ද ගිහිල්ලා, right? But we change its position, we cannot observe the flame through the holes. Here you are able to observe the flame because the light travels from the flame to the eye through the holes. කියන්නේ මේ hill අතරින් ආලෝකය ආවා. When the holes are in a straight line, the flame could be observed, and when they are not in a straight line, flame couldn't be seen. Straight line එකේ තිබ්බොත් පේනවා, straight line එක නැතුව තිබ්බොත් පේනවා. Now you can understand the light is transmitted only in a straight line, right? So light is transmitted only in a straight line. ආලෝකය ගමන් කරන්නේ හරි කෙලින් පාරක්. දැන් ඒ නිසා ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ පිටිපස්සේ ඉඳලා කවුරුරි කෑ ගැවුවොත් ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඇහෙනවා. හැබැයි පිටිපස්සේ ඉන්න කෙනෙක් ඔයාලට පේනවද? හා?
Nah. No.
මට මේ පේනවා රෝන්ගේ පිටිපස්සේ කවුරු මන්ද ඉන්නවා. රෝන්ගේ පිටිපස්සේ කවුරු මන්ද ඉන්නවා. පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න. කවුරු මන්ද මෙහෙම කරලා ඇස් දෙක ලොකු කරගෙන හිටියේ. හා? පොඩ්ඩක් බලන්න රෝන් චුට්ටක් බලන්න. Right. Revon, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Revon Alvis? Right. Okay. Vihiru akkare ya. Me kawuru thitiye ne man baya karanne poddak kiye. Havin?
Sir, Evans there, sir.
Yes. I saw him. Right. So, in the above activity, the string which was put through the hole shows the path of the light ray. A light ray ka travel karo path එක තමයි අපි string එක දාන්න බැලුවේ. The narrow path. Narrow කියන්නේ මොකද්ද තේරුම? What is the meaning of narrow?
Patu.
The narrow path which light is transmitted known as light ray. Right? Patu පාරකට අපි patu path එකකට කියනවා narrow path in a light ray. So this is the definition to light ray. The narrow path is in which light is transmitted known as light ray. To show a light ray, we use a straight line with an arrow, right? So this is how we draw a light ray, right? First of all, you have to draw a straight line and put arrowhead. Then a light beam is made up of collection of light rays. More than one. There are more than one light rays that travels in a straight line. We call it as light beam. So you have seen the light beam which is emitted from the torch.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Gavin.
I have login now. What did you do?
Now we are discussing page number 75. Now we are discussing
Okay,
page
thank
number
you, sir.
75, light rays and light beams.
Okay.
Right. A light beam is made up of a collection of light rays. You have seen the light beam which is emitted from a torch when it is switched on. We use several straight lines with arrowheads to show light beam. So this is a simple way to show a light ray and light beam. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Right. If you have any questions, please ask, right? Raise your hand and ask.
Okay, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
we will do this activity also in Thursday, right? So you have, so you will need for this activity a torch, white color paper and a comb with thin teeth. That thing is
Can you send all the things we need to the group, sir?
Right? Right.
Sir,
So
can
you
you-
have to place, sorry?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes,
Can you put
TA.
all the things that can you put that?
Yeah, definitely I will put the things, right?
Okay, sir.
Definitely I will.
Thank you, sir.
Next
Okay,
one.
sir.
So you have to place the torch
Thank you, sir.
in front of the comb and you have to pass the light through the comb. So when passing the light, you can observe like this pattern, right? Straight lines, straight light lines, right? So this is very simple activity. So by doing this activity, we can observe and we can conclude the light rays travels in a straight line, right? So there is another activity, same as the above activity. So you have, so you will need a glass bottle, right? Transparent glass bottle, and you have to fill the smoke of the joysticks into this bottle and pass the laser beam through the bottle, right? So when you're passing the laser beam, you can see the path of the laser beam like this, right?
I don't
Red
have
straight
laser.
line.
Sir, do we
Hands
need
up those who have laser lights, laser beams in your home.
Sir, I don't have laser.
My work.
I don't have.
Not working. My one is.
You have one, but you have the one is not working.
I don't
All right, okay.
Yes, sir.
So when you join to the Thursday session, you have to get the laser beam torch, but that is not essential. If you don't have a laser beam, you can take a torch, right?
Sir, can we take the phone torch?
Yeah, no problem.
I
You can
have.
take a phone torch
ඒක
or
තියෙන්නේ battery දාලා.
handheld torch. The laser beam torch is better, but if you haven't laser beam torch, you can take anything. Right? Okay. Yeah, torch is also right. Okay, no problem. So when we pass the laser beam through this bottle, we can see the path of the laser beam or the beam. So we can conclude by getting that observations. Light rays are traveled through a straight line, or light beams travel through a straight line. Right. Next one. Activity 5.8. This activity also the same as the above one. So you have to fill the glass with soap dissolved water. Saban diya karpu athura දාන්න. දාලා laser beam එක අල්ලන්න. Right? So when laser beam pass through this liquid, we can see the path, straight line, the red colored straight line. Right? Is it clear? Activity 5.6, 7, and 8.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So hands up those who have got the point. Hands up those who have understood. Right. There are only 16 students, 17, 18 out here. The count is increasing. It's 27 students. Right. Now I'm going to give the answers for your questions. Sir, are you telling the winners of Vesak competition today? No, not today. I have seen you in. Sir, next one. Sir, are you telling the winners of today? Sir, can you send the things that we need to get at Thursday? Okay. I told you I will definitely send it.
Excuse me, sir, I had a connection problem. What did you do?
Now we are discussing these three activities, right? We discussed activity up to here,
Okay,
activity 5.8.
okay, sir. Sir, we want to. I want to get the activities.
You want to get the activity? What activity?
Teacher, what is the crossing? Sir, I think he
I
asked.
don't know, sir. He asking, I
By
don't
these
know.
things.
right?
He
මම
what
පැහැදිලි කරන්නේ මම බඩු ටික ලිස්ට් එකේ එවනවා. බඩු ලිස්ට් එකේ එවනවා. ඒ ටික ලැස්තිද?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
අද මෙවන්නම්. එතකොට ඔයාලට
Okay,
දවස්
sir.
දෙකක්
Okay, sir. Excuse
Okay,
me, sir. What
now-
is the closing day of Bhakti Geeta?
Sorry?
Bhakti Gita.
Sorry. What did you ask?
What is the closing day of Bhakti Geeta?
I think today is the closing date.
No,
31st
not
of-
yesterday.
Yesterday, before. Wait a minute. I want to check the.
Oh.
Give me a minute.
Sir, I think it's before.
Yeah. Closing date is 30th of May. So the closing date is already completed. Right? Now the deadline is over.
Sir, what closing day?
හැබැයි මේ මට පොඩි ග්‍රේස් පීරියඩ් එකක් දුන්න හැකි මගේ ක්ලාස් එකකට. මොකද මේ මගේ පන්තිය ටික මම ජජ් කරන හින්දා අද දවසත් ඔයගලන්ට දෙන්න පුළුවන්. අද දවස උපරිම අද විතරක් පාවිච්චි කරලා එවන්න යොපු නැති. ගොඩ දෙනෙක් මට එව්වා. මම දැන් ඒ ටිකෙන් පොඩි වැඩක් කරන්න.
Sir, what, sir?
ක්ලෝසින් ඩේට් එක
මොකක්ද සර් කරන්නේ?
මම ඒකෙන් 1 2 3 තෝරලා ඒ වලට මේ
Sir, places තේරුවද?
හා
Places තේරුවද?
දැන් මම තාම ඒක දැන් මමත් තාම මගේ යාළුවෝ කීප දෙනෙක් එකතු කරගෙන තමයි තෝරන්නේ. තාම ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ මේ
Sir.
ඩොක්යුමන්ට් එක කිව්වේ නැහැ. මම ඔක්කොම තෝරලා දාන්නකො ලිස්ට් එක තේරුණා අය.
Okay, sir.
දැන් ගොඩ දෙනෙක් මගේ පන්ති ගොඩ දෙනෙක් කියලා
The
තිබුණා.
group එකටද?
Yeah,
I can't hear you properly. කවුද දන්නේ?
I think you have connection problem. Right, okay. Now we discussed application of light. Applications of light. ආලෝකයේ ප්‍රයෝජන භාවිත applications. Light is a major need for proper vision. Right? Light is a major need for proper vision. Essential. Light is essential for the vision. With the development of technology, we have changed the behavior of light and obtained many uses. තාක්ෂණයේ දියුණුවත් එක්ක ආලෝකයේ හැසිරීම behavior කියන්නේ පුතේ හැසිරීම වෙනස් කරලා විවිධ ප්‍රයෝජන මිනිස්සු අරන් තියෙනවා. Right? So here are some applications of light. First one is for the production of food in plants. For the production of food in plants, we call it photosynthesis. So no need to explain further about photosynthesis. You already know about photosynthesis, right? So light is an essential factor for the photosynthesis. Next one, to give a clear vision. Vision කියන්නේ පෙනීම. අපිට පැහැදිලි පෙනීමක් ලැබෙන්නේ මෙන්න මේ light එක නිසා, right? To give signals. So these are the examples for signals, right? Color traffic light. There are 3 main colors are using in traffic lights: red, yellow, and green, or red, orange, and green. Right. Red represent to the stop, and green you can go, and orange or yellow is used to be ready. Right? Be ready. Right.
Be ready.
Okay, so this is a picture of a lighthouse. So I'm going to show you some more pictures about lighthouses. So what is the use of a lighthouse?
To show the way to ships in the sea.
Not to people, to ships and cars.
Yeah, ships in the sea.
Yeah, ships.
Okay.
Ships.
So lighthouses are located in the land, right?
Near the sea.
So ships and boats coming towards the land can see the light of
They are crashing to
lighthouse, so
rocks
they
on
can
the land.
So they can see that there is a land here.
yeah, they can see there is a land there.
Yeah.
So they can avoid go to that land, right? So lighthouses. This is a picture of lighthouses.
Excuse me,
In
sir.
Sri Lanka, we also have a lighthouse. In Galle Fort. Yeah, Galle Fort.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Lighthouse satellites කියනවාද?
නෑ පුතේ. Lighthouses වලට lighthouse කියලා මොනවා කියන්නේ. Satellites කියන්නේ satellites වලට මම අර ගිය ඉස්සලා පාඩමේ පෙන්නේ. Satellites are located around the world, but lighthouses are located in the land, right? Some places. දැන් නම් ඉතින් මේව ඕනේ නැහැ. මොකද දැන් මිනිස්සු lights කොහොමද දැන් තියෙනවා ඉස්සර කරන් නැති කාලේ තමයි මේව පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ.
Lighthouses කියන්නේ මූද මැදද?
Sorry, please, can you tell it again?
ඒක ගොඩබිමේ තියෙන මුහුදේ තියෙන ගල් උඩ තියෙන.
මුහුදේ ඔය ගල් පර්වත ළඟ තියෙනවා. මොකද නැත්තම් නැව් දන්නේ නැතුව ඉන්න හැප්පෙනවනේ. Right. Okay. So this is a major use of light for communication, right? Communication in the modern world is well developed, right? So we also communicating through the Zoom, and we all connected to the internet. So for these different types of light rays are used. Telephone messages are transmitted through optic fibers. Optic fibers, we call it fiber optics. How the fiber optics again?
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, okay. Telephone connections network across the main cities of Sri Lanka have been built using optic fibers. Optic fibers are used to connect computer networks and high standard audio visual equipment. So
Yes,
they
sir.
are used.
Sir, I have
optic-
XLT fiber.
Yes, that is also a fiber optic.
Me too.
Sir,
Me too. Right, okay. So optic
Sir,
fiber
actually,
layers
fiber optic.
rays to send telephone messages to maintain internet connections. So by using optic fibers, we can send messages in light speed of the light, right? So what is the speed of the light? 300,000 meters per second, right? The speed of the light is 300,000 meters per second. Upgrade kilometer
300 kilometer.
Yeah.
Sir, are you sharing?
Sorry, 300,000 not meters, 300,000 kilometers per second, right? Sorry. 300,000 kilometers per second. තප්පරයට කිලෝමීටර් ලක්ෂ 3ක් වෙයි. ඒතර ලයිට් එකෙන් පුළුවන් අපිට වේගෙන් data.
So that means they can travel in Sri Lanka in a
Sorry, Ryan, can you please?
in a one part in a 100 in nearly 1 second. We can
Yeah,
travel in
nearly
Sri
one-
Lanka way.
Yeah, you can travel across the world nearly few seconds, right? So in modern world, in nowadays we use to communicate through internet by using light fiber optics, right? Optic fibers.
Students left the meeting.
Right, okay. And there is another use of light in the medical field. Doctors la pavichchi. At present, doctors use laser rays to treat eye patients. අක්ෂි රෝගීන් ඇස්වල රෝගීන්ට treat කරන්න පාවිච්චි කරනවා මේ lasers. In heart operations and treat wounds in the digestive system. කියන්නේ digestive system එකේ තියෙන තුවාල වලට බෙහෙත් කරන්නත් පාවිච්චි කරනවා. This has increased the efficiency of treatments. කියන්නේ මේකේ efficiency එක කාර්යක්ෂමතාව වැඩි කරගන්න මේක හේතුවක් වෙලා තියෙනවා. With the use of optic fibers, the interior parts of the body are easily observed. Doctor පුළුවන් අපේ ඇඟ එළියේ ඉඳලා ඇතුළ බලන්න. හරිද? Here, the equipment used light into the interior of the body is called the endoscope. So this is the equipment. This equipment used by doctors to observe the inner part of the body, inner parts of the body. This equipment is known as endoscope. Right? There is a small camera present here,
Yes,
and
sir.
there is a small flashlight present here. So doctor can easily move this equipment through the patient's body, right?
Can you show video?
Okay, we'll see.
Are you giving to
Sir,
right?
what,
So,
sir, what is the name of this?
Endoscope. Okay, now I'm going to show you a few pictures of fiber optics. So these are the pictures for fiber optic cables. So internet travels through these optic cables. So all of the countries connected through this fiber optic cables that are driven through this through the ocean, right? So all fiber optic cables are laid through the ocean. Then some countries are connected to that fiber optic cables to get internet connections. In Sri Lanka, we get internet connection through the fiber optic cables.
I have
Right.
seen, sir.
මුහුදෙන් වයස් යනවා වෙන රටවල් වලට.
මුහුදෙන් වයස් යනවා, ඒ වයස් වෙන වෙන රටවල් කනෙක්ට් වෙනවා, ඒකෙන් තමයි ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එකේ හරි කනෙක්ෂන් එකේ. Right, okay, now I'm going to show you the endoscope.
The endoscope means the end of the scope. Like that.
Endo means in Latin, endo means interior. Scope means vision, scope, vision. So interior vision. The meaning of the endoscope is endo vision. So this is a picture of endoscope. So this is how the endoscope is inserting through the patient's. Right, I will show you.
Excuse me, sir.
Don't show, sir.
Sir,
Sure.
කියලා YouTube channel එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒකේ පෙන්නුවා කොහොමද ලංකාවට ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එන්නේ කියලා.
Explain how an endoscope.
Oh, sir, I also know that.
Okay, so now this is a simple video about how the working animation of
Inside the
endoscope.
body directly through the natural openings in the body, for example, down the mouth, or through a small incision made called keyhole surgery. So it's a minimally invasive procedure, and it's much better than slicing open the body to try and see what the problem is. And the procedure is called an endoscopy. Now, an endoscope has bundles of optical fibers. Here's one optical fiber.
This is only a explanation. I will show you another video. Right?
Don't show that, sir.
Sure.
Sir, can you show it, please?
Okay, I will show another video. Right, when I got pen.
Sir, වෙන එකක් පෙන්නන්න ඕක බලලා එකයි.
Another one, sir, please.
Okay. No problem.
සර්, ඇඟ ඇතුළට දාන එකක් පෙන්නන්න.
ඔව් සර් දුන්නට
Sir, pennant, sir.
Give me a minute, please. Can you please?
Page 6.
All right. So this is another. Right. Now look at this video.
Sir, we can't see it. You have to stop and share it again.
Sort of between my heart and my back.
Now can you see the screen?
It's just
Yes, sir.
Sir, have you forced it or is it?
going in and getting out this way. The name of it is endoscopic submucosal dissection. So basically what that means is we're removing early cancers of either the stomach or the intestine through an endoscope. That's a
So endoscope is used to remove the cancer cells in your patient's
inside
intestine.
either stomach or somewhere.
ඔය මනුස්සයා ප්ලාස්ටික් වලින් හදපු එකක්ද?
Oh, podi pennanne me ekak demonstration.
Other instruments to cut around the tumor and underneath and remove it in one piece. There's much less pain. There's no incisions in the skin. So the recovery is much faster. Getting back to normal activity and work is much faster. There's minimal hospital stay. So it's from a quality of life standpoint, it's a big advantage, and we're basically achieving the same goal, obviously, to
remove or cure the cancer. The recovery was just astonishing. He was able to do with just sedation, and I was out playing snooker with my buddies in the following afternoon. I guess I'm lucky that the technology developed more quickly than my tumor.
Right.
group එකට දාන්න.
Done. And again, another video about fiber optics.
That was awfully disgusting.
Right. So this is a simple demonstration of how fiber optics are work. Right. Working animation.
I find this fascinating object. It's a fiber optic cable for a stereo.
Excuse me, sir.
If I shine
Yes.
Sir, what is the meaning of cyber hacker?
Cyber hacker. Cyber hacker. Cyber hacker means someone use internet to hack someone's computer. Right. So enter someone's computer and steal their documents or their information through the internet. Right. That we call cyber.
Hacking into someone.
now the cable guides the light on the other end. These cables are used to connect our world today and are capable of transmitting information across countries and oceans. But first, let me show you how it works. I have a bucket that I've modified with a window in front. And on the other side, I put a stopper in this hole right here. I have a bottle of propylene glycol with just a little bit of creamer in it.
So it's getting darkness, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
understand?
No.
So you can see.
Sir, group එකට දාන්න.
Right. I will send this to the group also. So this is how fiber optics cables
The
are
light follows the liquid
transmit the light.
all the way to the bucket. Amazing. It does this because of total internal reflection. As the light enters the stream, it is reflected as soon as it hits the interface between air and liquid. You can see here the first reflection, and then the second, and the third. This occurs because there's a difference between the index of refraction of the guide material, here propylene glycol, and the outside, here, in this case. Recall that any time light strikes a surface, it's absorbed from it, reflected from it, or pass into or through it. Refraction. It's easier to see from a top. Reflection and refraction can happen at the same time, but if a light ray hits the surface at an angle greater than the critical angle, it will be completely reflected and not refracted. For this propylene glycol and air system, as long as a beam hits the surface at an angle greater than 44.35 degrees, measured from the normal.
Okay. So in grade 11, you will learn about this further, right? Right. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was
Yes,
clear.
sir.
Yes, sir.
It is very clear.
Right.
But the first one
Okay.
was
So the last use of the light is for entertainment. Right. In musical shows and fairs, light is
That's
used in
lightsaber, sir. That's a lightsaber.
Light reading tools?
They use spotlights of different colors to light up the stage. Right. Now look at, yes.
Are those light emitting tools?
Yes, lightsabers. The first pictures are lightsabers. The second picture is, I don't know.
Right. Now look at
It's kind of a mic. Are toys? From Star Wars, they are lightsabers. So these are toys. Sir, for
they use
yes.
spotlight. Give me a minute. I will show you.
So I tell you that the first picture is a lightsaber. I mean, not a lightsaber.
Right.
Oh, sorry. I
So
think
these
it's
are.
six.
This is how we use light for the entertainment.
ඕකත් එවන්නද?
So you can show video of lightsabers too.
ඕකත් ඕන. ඕකත් ගන්න.
Oh, what's the name? Such a lame toy. What kind of toy is that?
ඕකත් ගන්න.
Right.
I don't like the dog.
Right. Okay.
So I sent something in the chat.
So that dogs looks creepy. Lightsaber plus equals Star Wars. What is this?
So the toy.
What is second feature?
Right. So these are the light emitting toys. Light emitting toys.
සර් දෙවෙනියට තියෙන පින්තූරය තියෙන මොකද්ද?
What in your handheld? I think I'll put it away.
That babies like rattle.
Light emitting toys. So these are the use of light. Please wait. I will show you another one.
Okay.
Light emitting toys.
සර් මේ අර අච්චු පොතේ තියෙන ෆස්ට් එක සිකියුරිටීස් ලා තියෙනවා. How can securities ලා තියෙනවා?
So look at the peacock one is also nice.
And there is sword and axe and weapons.
Yeah, that's also very nice.
Lots of weapons in one and 4 weapons in one. And whistles and
Right. So these are light emitting toys.
toys
So can you show the peacock one full screen?
Sorry?
There's a peacock one.
This one.
සර් ඒක ෆයිබර් එකද
3
තියෙන්නේ?
peacock.
Fiber optics. Yeah.
සර් ඒක ෆයිබර්ද තියෙන්නේ?
Fiber optics. Yes. Right. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Is
Light
it
emitting
clear?
toys for entertainment. Right. So to produce light artificially, we have to spend money. Therefore, unnecessary usage of light is a wastage of energy and money. So we must always be cautious enough to stop the wastage of light, and at the same time we must use it without making a disturbance to others. Lights උනත් පාවිච්චි කරද්දී අනිත් අයට disturb නොවෙන්න පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕන. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දැකලා තියෙනවානේ සමහර ඔය වාහන දින lights වලින් පුරෝපු වාහන. ඒක එච්චර හොඳ තත්ත්වයක් නෙවෙයි.
සර් අර බස්
ඔව් බස් එහෙම අර නේ දම් රැජින නිල් රැජින කීකී එක දෙනවා. මොනතරම් බලන්න අනිත් මිනිස්සුන්ට ඒක මේකත්
ඉතින් වටේවත් ඉන්න බෑ ඒකේ බස් එකක් යනවනේ.
right.
ඔව්සේ මම දැක්කා මේ
Someone says I have a car, can hear songs and radio also, it emits wonderful lights. Okay, good. Right. So there's another one in page number 83, the last page of this lesson. Do you know when there is a lot of fog, it is very difficult to travel on roads as we can't see anything. But light beams of headlights could be seen through fog. The reason is that air is transparent on normal foggy conditions, but air becomes translucent on foggy conditions. When the humidity is high in air, air becomes translucent. So in vehicles, there are some fog lights, killer lights. There is a new type of lamp in modern vehicles as fog light to be used when the atmosphere becomes translucent because of the mist.
කොහොමද ඒක වැඩ
Normally, a lot of fog lights දාගෙන එහෙම යන්න ඕන සමහරවිට.
ඔව් සර්.
So by using the fog lights, we
Yes,
can
sir.
see the light through the mist.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Next one. So this is a picture of optical fibers. So I explain it. And this is the last thing.
This bubble produce electrical energy and it is
Can you touch that bulb?
How they can
teacher
how the
do
experiment
it. Do it. He's telling something brother or something.
Right, okay. Page number 83. The first bulb with carbon filaments in the United States of America was invented by Thomas Alva Edison in 1879. So this is the man who invents the first light.
So when you touch that bulb from both hands, your hair goes like up like this. Is that it?
That is static electricity. Right, in grade 7 you will learn about. So this
So
is the
this
first
is
light
the
to be
first bulb in the
invented by
world.
using the carbon filaments.
Yeah, no, not first. He made like lots of bulbs. They didn't all work.
He is an inventor, right?
Scientist.
Not only light.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
So this is the first light bulb. This is the first light bulb invented by Thomas Alva Edison. Right. This is a picture of his invention and him. Right. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
so in this lesson, this lesson is very easy lesson, right? Not as the above lesson, light and vision. So we discussed how can we see, and in Thursday we will discuss this activities. So I will send the
note එක මොන හරි දෙනවද?
note එක දෙනවා පුතේ. note එක අද හරි හෙට වගේ අතුලත මම note එක දෙනවා.
Okay.
And
Okay, sir, what about the exercise?
Sources of light,
What about
luminous and non-luminous objects.
experiments?
Exercise. Sir, what about the exercise?
No need to do exercise. I will send the note. After you writing the note, you can do the exercise, right? And then transmission of light.
Are you uploading the recording to the group?
Yes, of course.
Excuse me, sir. ලබන කටියේදී මේ experiments ටික කරනවද?
Oh, he ලබන බ්‍රහස්පතින්දා experiments කරනවා. හරිද? ඔක්කොම ටික කරනවා.
මේ බ්‍රහස්පතින්දා නෙමේද?
මේ හෙට නෙමෙයි අනිද්දා නෙමෙයි අනිත්. මේ සත්
Where can we get the stuff for the experiment?
අපි
මේ සතියේ ඒක කොහෙන් වගේ ගන්න පුළුවන්ද?
අපි experiment එක ලබන මාසේ කරමුනේ.
මෙමයි ඉස්කෝලේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ ආපුවම ඔය ඔක්කොම ටික කරමු. ඉස්කෝලේ ආපුවම කරමු. දැනට අපි lesson එක කරන්න
අපි
ඕනේ.
experiments කරන්නේ ලබන මාසේනේ. experiments
ඒ
කරන්නේ ලබන මාසේනේ.
ඒක කොහෙන් වගේ ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙයිද?
තියෙන පාඩම තමයි මම ආසම.
සර් කතා කරන්න වෙලාවක් දෙනවද?
Done, sir.
අම්බෝ දෙන්න.
කතා කරන්න වෙලාවක් දෙන්න පුළුවන්.
අනේ පාඩම.
දෙන්නකො සර්. දෙන්නකො සර්. වගේ ගන්න පුළුවන් වෙයිද?
එපා සර්.
දෙන්නකො සර්.
Right, okay. So,
වෙලාවක් දෙන්නකො සර්.
lesson for the today is now over.